All right, y'all, real quick before we get into this episode, which you guys are going to absolutely love, Serge is the man. I was editing this back, and Serge mentioned that he likes to play Madden, and I like to play Madden. So I said, you know what, let me reach out to him and ask him if he'd be down to come 1v1 me on Madden, and we can live stream the whole thing so you guys can come watch live, ask some questions, hang out, and he agreed. So I said, let's put a goal on it. Let's put a goal of 100 likes on this video. If this video gets to 100 likes, then Serge will come on 1v1 me on Madden. You guys can come, ask questions, hang out. And I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be some different type of content that we've never done on this channel before. So if you guys can do me that favor, I believe in you guys. I believe that we can get this video to 100 likes. And yeah, enjoy the episode. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the crossover. And today we are joined by another very, very special guest. This man landed from Florida a couple of days ago. Goes back out to Cali in like 2 days for round 2 of preseason. He's got a preseason game tomorrow against Hartford Athletic and still made some time to come stop by and talk to us. I am extremely grateful. He grew up 20 minutes from Red Bull Arena, not Sports Illustrated. I'm still sticking with that one, where his love for soccer and the New York Red Bulls began. His father coaching him through his youth career, and little did he know he would one day become the third youngest goal scorer ever for the New York Red Bulls. He's suffered with injuries. They've tried to hold him back, but every time I see this man, he's got a smile on his face from ear to ear. He's at every game, whether it's on the field, on the bench, and when he can't be there, he's in the crowd with us. The face of resilience, a Red Bull through and through, one of our own, homegrown talent, Serge Ngoma. Serge,
my guy.
How are you, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm chilling, bro. You know, I'm super excited to have you on. You're our fourth guest, okay? No, third guest. We started with Cam, then we got Noah on, and now we got you on, bro. I just want to say again, man, thank you so much for the time, bro. I know you're busy.
Yeah.
How you feeling though? You're feeling good?
No, I feel good. Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. Of course. So I'm gonna start with some very serious and important questions from the jump, okay?
Okay.
The answers to these questions are going to determine how this podcast is going to go.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Being from Jersey, Mets or Yankees?
So I don't watch baseball.
Okay.
The crazy thing, I sucked at baseball as a kid. So, but I'm gonna say Yankees.
Okay, we're off to a good start. Giants or Jets?
Oh. I'm a Cowboys fan, so I can't
come on.
I'm a Cowboys fan.
No shot. New head coach for the Cowboys. You excited for that?
No.
All right,
it's going to be a rough year.
Hey, I'm a Giants fan, so I can't even say much, bro. We're both.
So we're both going to be pretty bad.
We're going Chiefs for the Super Bowl, right? We can't have the Eagles winning it. My boy Saquon, though, bro. Why did we let go of Saquon?
All right. So I'd be happy for Saquon and Jalen Hurts, but I would not be happy for the Eagles.
Bro.
So I just might as well just have the Chiefs win.
And Eagle fans
and I got the rest on my side. Mahomes and the rest.
Knicks or Nets?
Knicks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And we agree with the Devils, right? We're not going Rangers, are you?
Nah, I'll go Devils. I don't watch hockey, but I'll go Devils for sure.
We're off to a great start. The most important one, though, Taylor ham or pork roll?
I just got asked this yesterday, and I don't eat pork. So.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I have no idea. What do you say?
It's Taylor ham, bro. Come on. North Jersey, Taylor ham. South Jersey is pork roll, bro.
Okay.
We're off to a great start. Other than the Cowboys, we're off to a great start, man. So tell me, bro. I grew up in Newark. You grew up in North Plainfield. Mm-hmm. Tell me, what was it like? What was it like growing up around here? How was your youth?
So I had a good youth. I grew up in North Plainfield. Went to East End Elementary School.
Okay. Shout out.
So I started playing soccer there when I was like, I don't know. So I started playing soccer in general at like 3. But when I was like 4, 5, when I was in like kindergarten, so I joined the recreation team, and my dad was my coach and everything. And then there I started wrestling too. So I did wrestling for a while. Yeah, I did wrestling for a while up until I was in like 7th grade, 7th, 8th grade. And yeah, but it's a really quiet town. North Plainfield, like it's really quiet.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, honestly. I mean, you have playing field, and it's predominantly Hispanic, which is sort of how I
Uh-huh.
got into, playing soccer and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, but then I went to middle school in Newark. I
Oh,
went to
did you?
Discovery Charter School. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Discovery. It's on Halsey Street,
Yeah, 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 I
and I
know,
was
I
yeah,
know.
yeah. That was
I
one of
didn't know
my
that.
yeah, that was one of my that was one of my best experiences. I'd say going to that school,
Uh-huh.
going from being in the suburbs, right, and then going to school with
To the city.
inner city kids, and
Hmm.
I mean, it's a whole different experience, right? But it's something that's yeah,
That's what's up, bro.
definitely helped shape me for
That's what's
sure.
up. So you said, do you speak any Spanish growing up around?
No,
No.
no. It's all right. I'll tell you this. This is crazy. So I was babysat by this lady. Her name was Norma.
Okay.
Um,
Shout out.
I
Shout out,
yeah.
Norma.
So I was babysat by her, and according to everybody, and I remember a little bit, I like understood everything she was saying. She'd speak to me in Spanish, and I would
Uh-huh.
understand. I don't speak a lick of Spanish now.
No.
It's crazy. But my dad is Gabonese, right? So my
Yeah.
dad is Gabonese, which is in Central West Africa, Gabon.
Hmm.
And my mom is from Buffalo, New York. But both of my parents speak French. I
Ah.
don't speak French.
No.
So I don't speak French, but my mom speaks French, my dad speaks French, my sister speaks French. Everybody, I don't speak French.
You gotta
So
understand that at least a little bit, though.
I
If we're
understand.
all,
I understand like some conversation and stuff, so it's good. But I gotta learn. I gotta
yeah.
learn. Yeah.
I'm Portuguese, so like growing
Okay.
up, I always spoke Portuguese at home, and
Yeah.
like same thing, kind of picked up Spanish. It's very similar along the way. I'll get a
Right.
little
Right.
bit of French in here or there, but I'm in the same boat as you. No French, no French here.
Yeah. I
Um,
gotta learn though.
yeah. But your love for soccer. So you said that it started at a young age. Did it come from your dad? Does your dad watch soccer, or did you just pick it up with friends?
Um. So my dad, being from Gabon,
Uh-huh.
he's very he's very into soccer. So yeah, yeah, he was a coach. So he was coaching my sister. At the time, my sister was 4 years older than me. So I would go along with him and just train a little bit and just be on the side dribbling the ball or whatever. And one day he just was like, like just come kick with us.
That's what's
And
up.
then I just got into it from there.
So being Gabonese, how many Aubameyang jerseys are around the house?
Tell you a cool story, okay?
Okay.
I have two. I have no, actually I have three. I have three Aubameyang jerseys. Um, so I have the one when they came and played us um at the arena.
Oh, with Barca, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. When he was with Barcelona, he came and I didn't play because I was dealing with my hamstring injury,
Hmm.
and I was like, damn, like I wanted his jersey so bad. And one of my teammates, he got his jersey. He swapped jerseys with him.
Who?
Avante Mullen.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So Avante, he went and he got his jersey. And so I was like, damn, like so I went
yeah.
onto the field. I was like, all right, I'm gonna use this pass that I got. And so I got on the field and I went up to him. I was like I'm Gabonese, da da da.
Him, and you were like, "I'm Gabonese," and he was like,
Yeah.
"Speak French to prove it," and you were like,
I was like, yeah, I don't know. No, but I was like, yeah, so my dad, I'm Gabonese, my dad is from Gabon, my mom's from America. We were just chopping it up, talking about just playing and everything, and my situation that I've been going through, or that I was going through at the time. And he's asking me how I like living in America and
Mhm.
everything. And then I was like one of my teammates, I brought it up casually, but I said one of my teammates grabbed your jersey.
Right.
I was like, I was trying to swap with him. And he was like, no problem, no problem. Like, I got you. Like, I'll go get you another one.
That's
And
awesome.
so, yeah, and so I go to his locker room and he brings me the jersey and he gives me that jersey. And then I
Uh-huh.
had another one that was, it was his, national team jersey, the
Oh,
Lebanese
okay.
jersey. And he signs it for me. He signs it for me, da da da, and like wrote a nice message, signs it, and gives it back to me. And that was
Were you
sick.
were you able to get pops down on the field to meet him or no?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, you
yeah, yeah.
were? That's
My
awesome.
dad met
Yeah.
my so Aubameyang is. Yeah, I mean, bro, he's a big deal. He's a
Of
really big
course.
deal in Gabon. So my dad is like smiling. You think that Aubameyang is his son? Like he was smiling ear to ear. It was crazy. And then then like my mom was taking photos and everything, of course.
Right.
And he sends the photo like back home, and everybody just starts going crazy. It's like they met Aubameyang too. Like they met Aubameyang
No,
through
that's
my dad.
awesome, bro.
Yeah, that
That's
was great.
awesome, man.
Yeah,
How about Bawanga? Have you talked to him or no? I'm
nah,
gonna
not
be
yet.
honest. Those are the only two Gabonese players that so I had to name drop
Um,
in here. You know what I'm saying?
Bolanga, I have not met. Not yet. I was sad. 'Cause I had tore my LCL right before we were going to go play LAFC,
Ah.
and I was like, damn, like that would have been sick to
Right.
be able to, you know.
When talk about national team, like
Hmm.
you're still young, obviously,
Yeah,
and I really believe that the U.S. men's national team will come calling sooner or
yeah, right.
later. But if the Gabonese national team, are you partial to one or another, or are you just open to both?
Um, Honestly, I feel like I've been asked that question a lot, but for me, it's about what the moment, like at the moment, what's the best thing for me in my career?
Right.
You know, like
Makes
what's
sense.
um where I think I'm going to play more. All the things that factor into making that decision. You know, I mean, it'd be an honor truly to represent the United States national team, right?
Hmm.
Where I'm born, right, and where I live my life, but then also my dad's country, Gabon. I mean, that would be an honor as well. So it's honestly about who comes calling, you know?
Of course, of
Yeah.
course. Have you been to Gabon? I feel like
No, man.
that's one of the
So
spots nobody.
I was supposed to go and then COVID hit. You know, I was gonna go for a
Uh,
wedding too, so it was gonna be fire.
it was better. It was better
It was
be.
gonna be fire. But no, I haven't gone. I want to go. I'm planning on going next year though.
Nice,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Nice. So let's bring it back. You mentioned wrestling. I had that down on here too because
right.
I forget whose podcast you were on, but I watched it and I
Yeah.
saw that and I was like, I gotta pick his brain about this
Okay.
because for like a little bit I considered it when I was in high school. It was a
Hmm.
bit late to join, but I feel like wrestlers were like always like sort of like the funniest guys out there. But also when they were cutting weight, they were just
Yeah,
miserable. So I
yeah,
was
man.
like, I'm not putting
Oh,
myself. Did you have to do that in eighth grade too?
so
Cut weight?
for me, all right. So for me, I did not have to cut weight. I had to cut weight one time.
Okay.
Um, but I'd see. Luckily, I was blessed to just be able to just wrestle at the weight that I was, right,
Right.
and be good. But man, you'd see kids that are like in like fifth grade, fourth grade, running in the like. I'm like,
With the
dude,
trash
it is
bags and
never that serious.
bro,
Like,
I would walk
you're
by the gym and it'd be 90
it's
degrees and I was
crazy.
like, oh, wrestling's
It's
got weight to
crazy,
me.
man. Like it's crazy. The only time I had to cut weight was when it was like this one Thanksgiving that my cousin came and
Oh, bro,
we were playing
Thanksgiving
Madden
too.
in the basement, going upstairs, getting the plate, coming like and I came back like 5 pounds overweight. I was like, nah, like this is crazy. But yeah, that's the only time, honestly.
Uh, do you still practice any like jujitsu, anything like that?
No, no, that's something that I really do want to get back into, just like in the off season at some point,
Hmm.
is either doing something like that or boxing, just
Yeah,
because like it's a different condition, like it's another
100%.
form of just like aerobic work. So yeah,
I used to be really big.
yeah,
I lost a lot of weight, bro,
no,
through
yeah,
boxing. Like
yeah,
getting on the treadmill, I couldn't do, but standing in front of the bag and just
yeah,
like boxing through that or doing like conditioning like that, it just
yeah, yeah,
I feel like if I'm running, I'm getting bored. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I feel that. Yeah,
Speaking on that, so hypothetically,
uh-huh.
who on the team do you think you could beat, and who do you think would beat you in a boxing match? Give me
In a
one that you're like,
boxing match.
I could take him easy, and give me one that's like he probably kill me. Cause you're a big dude, bro. You know what I'm saying. You're built.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna knock Sean. He would beat me. Like, like, I'm strong, but I'm like, this
Yeah,
dude is
Sean
like,
is
he's like
Sean is
six
massive.
four. Yeah, this guy is insane. Um,
Don't
any of
pick
like
on
the
Julian either. Don't pick
tall
on Julian.
man, I would kill Julian. I
I had a feeling that's where you were gonna go. You can't
I would
pick on
kill
him, bro.
Julian. Um, Oh man, please clip that and send that to me. Who else? Lewis. Lewis, I wouldn't. I wouldn't beat Lewis.
No,
Lewis is nah. Lewis is
Lewis, he's got that Scottish genes in him, bro.
yeah.
You
No,
don't
not
mess with
Lewis used to box,
Scottish,
man.
Irish, or Mexicans. You don't want to mess
Yeah,
with any of them, bro.
bro. Lewis used to box, bro. So it's like,
Did he? I didn't know
yeah,
that.
bro. So I know he's a real deal. Who else? Any of like, I guess Chupo. This guy's like 6'4".
Yeah.
Um, anybody that's like
And
really
anybody
comfortable.
taller?
Yeah. Other than that, like I'm gonna give myself a shot. You know?
Come on,
Yeah.
come on. All right, so I know we're jumping around a little bit, but let's bring it back. We got our first fan question. Hyro NYRB, shout out to him
hmm
for sliding up on the story. He says, "How did you get into soccer?" We went over that a little bit. And what made you go with the Red Bulls? So you started in the academy at 12,
hmm
right?
Yeah.
How did that come about?
What was the first part of the question again? Sorry.
How did you get into soccer?
Oh, okay.
So
So,
we kind of
how?
went over that.
Yeah. So that in soccer, just with my dad. My dad was the coach of my sister's team, and I tagged along one day, and then I started playing. I
Yeah.
answered that one, but so I hate to say it, but I before I joined the Red Bulls, I almost joined Philly. I was gonna go
Oh
to
no.
I was
Oh,
gonna I was gonna go to the Philly Union
okay. I
because
thought you
I
were gonna
was
say NYCFC at first. That
no
would have been a
no
little
no
worse.
no not in West. I was so I almost joined Philly. So I was trialing with Philly. I was doing like the little training camps that they would have.
Hmm.
Um, and I was like this close to going over there and that being my club.
Yep.
And then, so the team that I was a part of, NJ Elite PSV, we played, we played the RDS team. We
Okay.
played the RDS team, like which is like the development team of the Red Bulls,
Hmm.
and we beat them 4-3, and I scored a hat trick in the game.
Mm.
And one of the academy coaches at the time, Kobe A. Johnson, he he talked to me and my coach and my dad after the game, and he was like we need to get your son in like to play.
So you tell me you had a Ronaldo United versus Spartak moment where he played the friendly and he was like, "Nah, you're
Man,
coming over
I tell
here."
you, like he followed us to the parking lot, and
Damn.
I swear, like, and I didn't know anything really about academies. Like we didn't know too much about academies other than like Philly, and we thought RDS was the Red Bull Academy, right? But we didn't
Right.
know that there was the next step. And so I guess Kobe was there to watch, and he said like, "Come watch or come train with my team, right?
Hmm.
Sometime during that week." And I went over there, trained the session, and he was like I know you're trying to go to Philly, and like you're close,
He's
like,
like, no, no, no,
and
no.
that was that, yeah. And I had one session, and then I signed with them. That was when I was like 11. So yeah,
Damn, that's crazy. Shout out
yeah,
to him, bro. You
yeah,
on Philly would not have been, you stayed a little closer to home too. You know what I
yeah, yeah,
mean?
yeah. Man,
Did
the
you grow
Philly
up?
commute would be bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
it would have been like an hour and a half
Yeah, I
every
went to
day.
college out there, so anytime I was going back
Yeah,
and forth during the holidays, bro. It's
hmm
long, and if you hit
yeah, it's
traffic,
tough. Yeah.
um, but yeah, so you sign, and then what does that look like? You're going to school during the day, obviously, right? And
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah,
your parents driving you to practice afterwards.
yeah.
And then at 15, so 3 years later, you get called up to Red Bull 2. What does that process
hmm
look like? Is it just you're scaling the ranks, and they say come to Red Bull 2?
Yeah. So when I was all right, so COVID hit when I was in the U15 with the academy and everything, and then um everything was shut down, like we couldn't train or anything like that. But
Mm.
the second team had resumed training, and this is I think I was like 14 at the time, and so they called me in to go train with the second team, and so I
Uh,
went up, and I didn't play much. I didn't play at all really, but I was like there, and I was doing my stuff, um, and then turned 15. and then started playing more with the squad.
Mm.
And started getting more confident and doing everything, and then eventually made that jump from man. The jump from academy to second team was crazy. Because at
Crazy.
that time it was USL, right? So it was like
Right. Yep.
it wasn't like MLS Next Pro, which has like older guys a bit, but USL was like it's like grown men, right? Like
Mm.
you're playing against like 30-year-olds, and
A
20,
little,
and I'm
little
like,
15-year-old
yeah, bro. I mean,
Serge running around.
we were playing things like Tampa Bay, and they had that guy Lasso, I think his name was, and
Okay.
he was like 6'4", right? And I'm like 15, 5, 7,
Uh-huh.
and they're playing the ball up to me, and I'm jumping, I'm getting knocked on my butt, and I'm like, just what in the? I'm like, it was crazy. It
Bro,
was,
that's
but
that's like one thing about soccer, because like NBA, any
yeah,
like American sport, you sort of
hmm
you get to a
yeah,
certain
yeah,
age group and then you go. But soccer, bro, they'll just throw you out there.
yeah, yeah.
Were,
Whenever
were,
you get
were you
thrown to the wolves,
were you scared at all, or you were just like, you know
oh,
what, this is
not really. I wouldn't say that I was ever really scared, just because like I guess the way for me that I was raised was just like go out there and play, right? I
right?
think at times like confidence and everything like you need to gain, right? But I
Mm,
mean, you go out there, you just gotta
just
do
gotta do
you,
it, bro.
right?
You just gotta
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
So you make your debut. Do you remember who your debut was against?
Second team,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, the second
Atlanta,
team.
wasn't it? It was Atlanta, yeah,
Yep,
yeah, Atlanta
Atlanta
United
United
in
too.
Atlanta. I love playing against
We're gonna get into that
Atlanta.
because we're gonna start seeing a trend here. Do you have a favorite Red Bull 2 moment? Was it the debut? Was it,
My favorite moment
or even
was when
like
I
off the
scored
field,
on
not in the game?
I'd say when I scored my what was it? What was that game? It was like Academy Night or something like that,
Okay.
right? And where like they gave like kids like RDS kids or something like that. They gave them tickets like for the game, and
Oh,
they had
nice.
like a bunch of them come to the game, and we were playing. Was it Charleston? I don't even know. But I went and I stole the ball from the guy, and like I'm gone, and I slotted in the goal, and then I run to the kids because all the kids started running around to the corner, and like I run over there, and it was like cool because it's like these kids are coming up, right,
Right.
and hopefully at some point some of them end up in
The
in
position
the
you were
second
at.
team, right, and in the first team, but yeah, at that moment I was just like, dang, like, this
That's
is sick.
awesome, man.
Yeah,
Have any of those kids made it and been like, you know what, I was there, or have you
I
not heard
have.
yet?
No, I don't know. I'm gonna find out though.
You will find out. Um, Speaking of which, I feel like you stay kind of connected with Red Bull too. No, like you kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah,
I saw a tweet where it was, I believe it was, I forget which goal you scored for the Red Bulls. Then the next day you were at the Red Bull 2 game watching. Is there any player right now in Red Bull 2 that excites you?
yeah, yeah. Um, Man, there's a lot. There's a
Uh huh.
lot. I'll tell you what. Our our uh, our young players, or younger players that are coming through Red Bull 2, man, they're good. Um, I really like Jarvis, Aiden Jarvis.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, 6. Man,
He
he's
was with
tough.
you out
Yeah,
in Florida, right?
yeah. He was with us
Aiden
and did really
Jarvis.
well. I really like Aiden Jarvis, and I really like Audrey.
Yeah.
Audrey Tanner. Yeah, these guys are they're good.
Those are Tanner. We're supposed to have on here soon. I'll go
Yeah,
ahead and leak that one.
yeah,
RJ, I haven't reached out to yet. He's 15 as well, right?
yeah,
I think that, and he signed a Red Bull contract, right? Not even a Red Bull 2. I think
yeah,
he's skipping
yeah.
over Red Bull 2.
Yeah, he's doing his
Exciting.
thing. He's a baller. He's really good. Yeah,
What do you think? How how do I say it? What do you think like separates the Red Bull kind of academy, or the way that, obviously you've never been on another team, but
right.
what do you think makes it that I feel like Red Bull in general, like the top to bottom,
Hmm.
generates some of the best young talent in the MLS, like homegrown and bringing players up, that kind of
Yeah.
pathway that we have from the youth teams to the senior team. I feel like it's one
Hmm.
of the most successful in the U.S. What do you think makes it so successful.
I mean, when you have players, or when you're in the academy and you're training on or playing a game on the turf, right? And then
Hmm.
right next to you, you see um, you see the first team, right? And the first team we're training and doing our stuff. And for me, when I was there and I was able to see that the first team was literally right there,
Hmm.
right? Is that for me was sort of a bit of motivation, right? But the Red Bulls, I feel like, are so focused on creating or finding talent, right? And then curating that talent and making it um, grow to the point that they can put them in the first
Right.
team, right? So I think that, I don't know, the club just does a really good job at finding the best players in the area, right?
Hmm.
And then helping to develop them to the best of their abilities. To I don't know, yeah, it's good.
When you mentioned coming up and seeing
Yeah,
the first team playing right there, was Tim Parker on that first team at the time?
yeah. Tim Parker was there. Yeah,
You
yeah. Tim
know,
Parker was there.
you might be seeing. I don't want you to confirm nor deny, but there are some talks out there. I think.
Oh yeah, really.
Yeah, there's some talks out there that he might be
Mm,
coming back.
yeah,
Something I'm personally excited for because growing up,
yeah.
obviously Benfica being Portuguese was always
Hmm.
my number one team. But then watching Red Bull and being
Hmm.
so close to the arena, going to the games and stuff. Um,
I tell you
speak.
what,
Go
I
ahead.
met. So I showed because Bradley Wright Phillips is like he works around us and everything now.
Right.
But so the first time I met Brad was when they cut like the grass, I guess, for that upper field in the academy.
Okay.
Um, so I went there and like the first team and everybody came. And so I met Brad and I took a photo with him and everything. And and then I have that photo in my phone. And when I met Brad again, I guess like truly like actually met him. And now that's my guy. Like, bro, he's one of the best
Yeah.
dudes I think you'll ever meet. Um, I took a, I showed him the photo and he was like, damn, like that's crazy.
You
Like
did
I
it.
and
You
I was,
did
I'm
it,
like
bro.
12 now. I'm like,
Uh,
it's crazy. It's
Now
crazy.
you're a grown
Yeah,
ass man, bro.
yeah,
Nah, Brad is awesome. I really want to get him on here as well. He
yeah.
just seems like a lad's lad as well.
Bro, he's top, bro. He's good. He's good.
So let's fast forward 2 years. Now
Mm-hmm.
you get called up to the first team. What was that moment like for you? Again, like you've been doing it for such a long time and since
Mm-hmm.
such a young age. It's crazy to think that you're still 19, right? You're 19 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So 60 years old rolls around, and now you're getting called up to the first team, man. What is that like?
Um, man, that was like that was crazy. That was crazy because I had just finished the second team season. Um, and then I went to what was it? I went to playoffs with the academy,
Hmm.
and then like they sent me an email or whatever saying like they want to take me to, or they talked to my agent and then all that stuff, and then they're like they want to take me to uh, preseason with the first team, right? And we were there. I was doing well, right? And then they offered me my deal, right? And I mean that was crazy. That was crazy. That was like for me, it was like wow. You think about it a lot,
Right,
right? Just the
but when it's
moment and
finally
everything. Like you
there,
play FIFA with Alex Hunter and all this stuff, and
Alex
you're
Hunter.
doing the whole journey. But man, when it's like your actual life, and you're sitting there and you're like, I've played here since however long, and now I'm about to sign. Like,
And now you're on FIFA, and then you get
yeah,
to
I
go on
mean
there and
it's
start playing
crazy.
with yourself. Whoa,
Yeah, it's crazy.
that sounded crazy.
Pause, pause,
That's pause. Pause.
pause.
Pause. I try to stop. Pause. Hold on.
Yeah, that was
Yo, we
crazy.
move.
I'm
We
not gonna
move. We
lie.
move.
That was
My fault, bro. I tried to stop myself. I was like, wait, that sounds crazy. That sounds
wild.
crazy. All
Yeah.
right, let's get back on track here. So you mentioned, I don't, all right, come on, Serge, come on. All right, so you mentioned, that jump sort of from the academy to Red Bull 2.
Yeah.
Now that jump from Red Bull 2 to Red Bull 1, was it
Yeah.
a bit easier? Was it still just as crazy? What was that like?
No, I mean, no. It was that one was a bit. I was a bit more honestly. Like
Oh,
the
more.
jump from the
Okay.
jump from the second team to the first team. I mean, it's a completely different environment, right?
Hmm.
You're going from on second team, like you're for us, like our second team was pretty young, right? And it was
Right.
always like alternating whatever. But when you go there, I mean, these are you have the pros,
Hmm.
like yeah. So you had Aaron Long, right?
Yep.
Ryan Mara,
Legend.
Carlos Caceres, right? Drew Lewis. Um, like you had some players that have been like around and
Right.
everything, right? But you had like so so it was very different, right? The speed of the game was different. Um, the intensity of trainings was different. Um, what was expected of you was different,
Hmm.
right? So it was a different jump, right? And but like you learn to adjust to it, right? With me being I was 16, right?
Right.
So it was like oof, like
Who
it
are
was
you?
tough.
Who are you looking like at the time? Was there anybody that you
Mm-hmm.
were like looking at him and being like, okay, I see what he's doing,
Mm-hmm.
and I like the way that he goes about his things, and I kind of want to implement that into my game because I know that he's where I want to be. Or somebody who like mentored you or like kind of helped bring you into the team, you could say.
Um, I'd say all right. There's two people for like two different reasons.
Hmm.
I'd say so. Aaron Long was, I mean, he was like a pro's pro.
Yeah.
Like he was one of those guys. He's in the gym, right, doing what he has to do, like stretching, his recovery stuff, doing all the stuff that he had to do. Um, so I looked at that, and then the way that he was on the field, like serious about what it was that he was doing, right? When he steps on the field, like that's your job, right? So you're doing that, but
Hmm.
also having fun while you're doing it as well.
Right.
Um, and then for me, for my position, um, Lewis. Like
Yeah.
when I came up and I watched Lewis, man. I mean, for me, like coming from the academy and stuff, um, and then going to the second team, like you see really good players, right? But
Right.
man, some of the stuff this dude would do in training, I was like, what the? Like I was
Lewis,
like,
Lewis is crazy, bro. He's probably
bro,
one of my favorite players on the team as well. I've been wanting to
bro,
have him on, but
yeah,
as soon as the cup, he went off to DR to enjoy his time as he
yeah,
should, bro.
yeah,
As he should.
yeah,
But yeah, that's awesome, man. I feel like Aaron Long, 100%. You can see that he's kind of
yeah,
like I
bro.
feel like
He's a top guy as well. Like,
yeah,
bro, he's such a good dude, right? He's respectful, right? He does everything. I feel like he does everything the way that you should do things,
right,
right?
hundred
And
percent.
yeah. Another one of those is Ryan too, Ryan Mayer. Yeah,
Ryan,
yeah,
I wear his jersey every single
yeah,
game. He
yeah,
gave me his jersey.
yeah,
I've become part of the Ryan Mara
yeah,
supporters group at this point in the
yeah,
supporters
man.
section.
Yeah, Ryan's an OG for sure.
Uh, Sad to see him go. I hope he stays
Yeah,
with the team in some capacity, bro.
yeah, I
Goalkeeper
know.
coach or something, or like kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah,
BWP does. I feel like it'd be cool to keep him around.
right.
Um, so 4 games into being called up, you suffer your first setback, right? During your first season.
Mm-hmm,
So you kind of go from this high of like I'm here and
mm-hmm.
I did it to 4 games later, you know, you suffer your first setback. Tell me what that
Yeah.
was like to go from so high to now
Um, man. I mean, those are certain things that I guess you can't really prepare yourself for. It's like
100%.
I mean, it sucks. Getting in like you never want to get hurt, right? But luckily for me, like I have like a great support staff just with my family and everything.
Hmm.
Um, so I'm glad that I was young and living at home, right? So
Right.
that I had my mom, my dad, my sister, all the people that I love to lean on, right, at the
Hmm.
time. And then, but I also because I did wrestling, I feel like just learned a lot about discipline through
Right.
that. So for me, it was like I got hurt, all right, but like there's nothing else I can do. Like it happened,
Gotta go
right? So
about
now I just gotta go and I gotta work, and I didn't know that it was gonna happen so many other times
it.
as it did, but and it gets tough, it really does. But yeah, yeah, it gets tough. But
No,
but you
100%.
learn to just dig down deep and just do it.
And you mentioned your family as well. So I actually we met before. I know you probably don't remember, but I was waiting for you guys when you guys were leaving, right?
Okay.
And I had my little brother because he wanted to meet the players. So like I
Yeah.
took him to where you guys leave. And one of the first things I noticed, obviously you were 16, so you couldn't drive at the time, right? So you're leaving, and you got your mom and your dad in the front seat. I think you might have had your sister or a different family member, and your whole
Yeah.
family was just a vibe, bro. They pulled over, you got out the car, took
Yeah.
pictures. So your dad was like, "Oh, thank you so much. That's my son." Like it was
Yeah.
just one of the coolest things I saw, bro. So
Yeah.
ever since then, bro, I've been a massive family of you, your family, your whole thing. So I really, again,
Oh,
I
thank you.
appreciate you taking the time to sit down and
Oh,
talk to
cool.
me here today.
Yeah, cool.
And then, so you end up missing 12 games, and then you're
Hmm.
right back on the field.
Hmm.
And I think it was your second game back from the
Yeah.
injury in that first
Yeah.
season. 88th minute, you steal the ball, press the center back,
Yeah.
game winner against.
Atlanta United, baby.
Oh Lord, what was that
Yeah.
moment, bro? I think again you ran straight to your family, right?
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
scoring that.
I feel like all right. So that moment, I'm not gonna lie. In a few times, people have asked me like what I was thinking. Like I made some up. I'm not gonna lie. 'Cause- but in that moment, I was just like,
Blackout.
yeah. Like I saw the ball. I can't even like put myself in the situation because I don't even remember. Like I remember, but it's like I don't know. I just went. I took the ball, um, took it to the goal, slotted it, and it's like right away. My like only thought was, let me just. Like, I
Right.
found my family.
They're
I was
right
like,
there.
I was like, shoot. I was pointing. I was like that was crazy. Yeah,
What a
that
moment,
was
bro.
definitely that was a moment.
What a moment. I was right there in the supporter section too, bro. I
Yeah,
remember like it was yesterday, and so happy, bro, and like seeing your whole family, bro. Like your story is just awesome, man.
thank you.
So, like I said, third youngest goal scorer at the time. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
you've been dropped down one,
yeah. Number
but
four. Sorry.
do you remember who's ahead of you at the time?
Uh, Eddie Gavin,
Uh
right,
huh.
and Josie Altidore, right?
There we go. There we go. Have
Yeah.
you met either of them or no?
I really want to meet Josie Altidore.
Same,
Yeah,
bro. Josie's
yeah,
like that guy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Especially growing up watching U.S. men's national team.
yeah.
So we have a question here from Ryan Carafa. Is
Okay.
that goal versus Atlanta your favorite goal you've scored in your life? Is what he wants to know.
I feel like it's easy to say yeah,
Uh huh.
but all right, that's one of my favorites, right?
100%.
And that's definitely if it's not one, it's two. My second would have to be my second one against Atlanta.
Okay.
Um, just because, man, I had 3 years of I had three like just the worst um years physically, I guess.
Hmm.
Um, that I've had just ever, right? Where
Right.
I'd get hurt and then I'd come back and I'd be doing well, right? And then I'd make it this close to being back on and then I'd get hurt again or something. Like it was just like,
100%.
it's like and then this year I got hurt again. I tore my LCL and then, I came back, um, and I mean, I had the longest stretch that I've had since I've been at the club of being healthy,
Hmm.
right? And I play against Atlanta, and even though like we were losing 2-0, right? For me, I was able to score that game, right? And I couldn't celebrate or anything like that because like, I want to get
Right.
back so we can get the win. But for me, that was just more so of a moment of because, like I said, where it gets hard to see yourself in those situations again, being in the box scoring when you're just not on the field, right?
Right.
So for me to get back in that moment and score, I was like, I was like, I'm back. I know now, like
We're
I
here.
can do it, right?
gotta
You
go.
know, like I was
100%.
like, this is yeah, yeah. So that's definitely one of my favorite moments, favorite goals.
Um,
So,
so like I said, Julian Hall did end up,
yeah,
knocking you back to fourth.
yeah.
And this season we've got Omar Valencia coming in,
Hmm.
Tanner coming in, Adri coming in. And again, it's crazy because you're 19, but
Hmm.
do you see yourself like with all of these younger guys? Do you see yourself kind of being like, I remember what it was like when I came in, and do you
Yeah.
serve sort of like as like a mentor to some of these younger guys?
Um,
Or,
I don't know about a mentor yet.
mhm.
Um, I think I give like my 2 cents on situations here and there, just like um, if they're feeling something or whatever, just be careful, right? Like
Mhm.
if you need work, get work, right? Just
Right.
so that like don't push through it and then end up getting hurt. Like just injury stuff, like I try and make sure that they um like see the trainer or something like that, right? If they are feeling something. But um mentor, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I feel like not there yet, but
I
but who
mean,
knows? Who knows? Who knows? Shoot, they're
how's
young
your
though.
relationship with
Golly.
those guys though? I'm
Nah,
sure
they
like you guys are like a lot closer probably
yeah,
than they are with like some of the older guys.
yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
not are you out there making TikToks with Julian Hall or no?
I'm not making TikToks with this guy. So Drew's locker is right like across from mine.
Uh,
So it's him, me, then I have Cam, right, and I have Kyle over there. But it's a lot of it's a lot of back and forth that goes on with me and this kid, just because he likes to stir the pot, right,
oh
and I do
yeah,
too. So it's just like it's a lot of
and then
it's a
Cam
lot of
Cam and Kyle are just in the middle trying to be
nah.
like,
Cam stirs the pot.
oh,
Cam
does he?
Cam is the biggest troll I ever met in my entire life. This guy is. And Dunk, you just try and make Dunk mad. That's what I do. I try
Does
my
he get
every
mad?
day.
I feel like Duncan is
He
just
doesn't get
vibes
mad. He
all
doesn't
the
get
time.
mad, but he doesn't get mad, but he reacts. And so
Yeah.
I love getting the reaction out of him because it's so easy.
That's hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
So then, I keep kind of trying to weave it back and forth.
Yeah.
Uh, so then 3 games later, you get your first start. What was that like?
Oh man, that was amazing. Honestly, against Austin, that
Yep,
was like for
scored a
me that
banger
was a
as
dream.
well.
That was a dream come true, if you can call it a banger. But that was like that was a dream come true for sure. Like I got my first start um and scored, right? Like
Hmm.
from the first moment of that game, I mean I was nervous, I'm not gonna lie. But from the first moment of the game I was just like it's go time, right?
I've arrived. Yeah.
And I was playing really well and then shoot, I scored one of the worst goals I think I've ever scored in my life where I hit it, the goalkeeper should have caught it, and
Yeah.
somehow, hey, it's God. God wanted me
Take
to
it, bro.
score, so I take it. A
Goddamn.
goal is a goal. A
Yeah,
goal is a
100%.
goal, you know. So, um, yeah, but that was. I'm trying to. I'm working to get back to that point though, for sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And then, did you end up getting injured that game,
I did. I did. It
bro?
was like it went from being a dream to a nightmare quick. I'm not gonna
100%.
lie.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're starting, 13th minute you score, and then
yeah,
32nd you're injured, bro.
yeah, bro. I mean, it was like that was crazy. That was
Dude,
like, bro. So that one, it felt like I got shot in the back of the leg.
yeah,
Like
because
that's what
you,
it
you
felt
you
like.
tore your hamstring, right? Was it
Yeah, it was
torn?
like it was a tendon. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So I went, I dribbled, I made a pass, stepped, and it felt like someone sniped me, and I just went down. But it was
Hmm.
like I was like, how? Like in this moment, are you kidding me? And
Bro,
I was
insane.
like, it was crazy, and we didn't even
And,
know then that it was like part of the tendon until later. But
hmm.
yeah, that was a tough rehab, that's for sure.
So then that same injury kind of keeps you out the
Hmm.
2022-2023 season, where it was like, there was talks like you're coming back to training,
Yeah,
and then you would have setbacks.
yeah.
Bro, talk to me, man. Like your whole career has just been up, and you're here, and then you get knocked down, but you
Yeah.
keep getting back up, and then you
Hell
keep
yeah.
getting knocked down, bro. Like,
Yeah.
what are those moments where you're like, damn, it's happening again, and then you're going
Yeah.
through rehab. I guess my question is, how do you stay so positive, man? Like anytime I see you, you got a smile on your face. You're walking around Red Bull Arena. You can't play, but you still want to be there.
Yeah.
Like it's really something that I personally admire, bro. Like
Right.
how do you do it? What keeps you going?
So for me, um, my family, of course, right?
Hmm.
Like I have my family and everything that keeps me going. My girlfriend. Um, but I think first and foremost, I'd say definitely God. Like
Hmm.
honestly, my faith. If I didn't have faith,
100%.
I don't know what would like. So yeah, yeah. Definitely
Going
God.
off, going off of that,
Yeah,
I saw your shirt that you wore underneath.
yeah,
Obviously, it said Jesus saves, and then in your bio you got Psalm 94,
yeah,
18, 19, which
yeah.
reads, "When I said my foot is slipping, your unfailing love, Lord, supported me.
Hmm.
When anxiety was great within me, your consolation brought me joy." What is that?
Hmm.
What does that verse mean to you?
So I saw that verse in my second year where I only played 2 games, right?
Hmm.
And I mean, that was probably one of the toughest times. Like I was 17 and I spent 2 months in Salzburg, right, to get my body right and to
Oh, you went to Salzburg in
yeah,
Germany?
yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah. So I was there for 2 months and I was there working, um, doing my stuff on the ball, everything. I came back and I don't even know what training it was, but right before we went to IMG,
Hmm.
we were doing the warm up. I made a cut and hand went. Same one. And what was it the same one or the other one? I don't know. But it went and it goes, I don't know, I'm just like in like one of the toughest spots mentally,
All right.
right? And I see that quote, right? I see that quote and I'm like, okay, or the verse, I guess. And I'm like, it's time to like come out of this space, right?
Hmm.
Where I'm like feeling sorry for myself and whatever, and sort of not put that grief or pain onto somebody else, but sort of just help or let God help take the burden off of me, right?
Right.
And just sort of have faith in what it is that I'm doing, right?
That's
And
awesome.
I just kept pushing, and even though I got hurt again that year, where I tore my quad, which was that was the worst. Um, yeah, I still had faith. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Crazy, bro. And then
yeah.
this past season, and I know I don't want to keep rehashing all the
Nah,
injuries,
nah,
bro,
it's
but
good.
I think it's important for people because like I'll hear like a lot of fans say, "Oh, Serge is out again. Serge is out this," but like obviously it sucks for us, right? Because we want to
Yeah,
watch you play, but it doesn't suck more
yeah,
for us than it does for you, bro. Because
right.
this is what you do, bro, and I think it's really important for a lot of people to kind of hear
Mhm,
from your mouth what you're
mhm.
going through and how you're overcoming this. Because honestly, it could be inspirational for anybody going through
Yeah,
anything, bro. Seriously.
yeah,
But then this past year, you came in healthy, right? You
yeah,
or
yeah,
halfway, or at least.
yeah,
Um, and then your knee, man, and then your knee gives out. You're going through
yeah,
surgery, and again, the thing that I noticed too, because I was looking at all the games, you always make it back by the
yeah,
end of the season. You'll be back for the playoffs, or you're back for the last couple of games every year, which just kind of shows how determined and how
yeah.
focused and hardworking you are.
Mhm,
Um, I have here Peter Stroud was kind of going through a
mhm.
similar kind of situation with his knee. At any point, were you guys kind of like checking up on each other, or like this is what I'm doing for rehabbing together? Was there any sort of
Yeah, so Pete did he did his ankle. So this is the craziest
oh,
week.
was the ankle?
This
Oh,
is the
okay.
craziest week. So I did my LCL. I did my LCL on like a Wednesday.
Uh huh.
Then on Saturday, Pete broke his ankle, and then on Sunday, Roald tore his ACL. And it was
Yeah.
like just three of us, boom, knocked out. We all had surgery like the same day, or like me and Pete had surgery the same day, and Roald had his the next day. Um, but man, yeah. So I think so in that moment. So for me, it was going to be like a 4 to 6 month injury, and I
Hmm.
think I got back in 3.5, 4, or something
Yep.
like that. And same with Pete, like his was going to be 4 to 6, and he got back.
Hmm.
Like they were telling me my season was done, bro. So I was like,
Were they?
yeah, yeah. But I got back, thank God. And so for me, yeah, it would have been super hard for me to get through that time period without um, Pete and Roll
Hmm.
doing their rehab with me as well. Because man, like we have some dark days, but
Right.
when you have two guys who are going through something similar as you, right?
You guys
Where
kind of bond over that.
yeah, yeah, and then
Hmm.
they're cracking jokes and everything, and we're on crutches. So we're on crutches, right? All
Uh-huh.
three of us are on crutches, and we're doing our fitness in the gym, right? So we have
Okay.
like it's like a circuit where we have bike, like an arm bike. We're sitting down doing ropes and doing all this stuff, and we're all crutching around just like in a circle, right? We're all crutching around in a circle, doing doing our stuff, and like we look so stupid, we're so silly, but like I was able to find just sort of like the joy, right? So
Hmm.
I think what's so important in those moments is trying to find some joy and some happiness in those moments, even when it's super super tough. You know?
Right.
Yeah,
I'm sure you guys going through that together not only brought you guys closer, but also
yeah,
like kind of made it easier for all of you guys at the
yeah.
same time, man. Um, what have you learned about yourself through all of this? Like, what did you learn about yourself? What have you kind of grown? Like, how much have you grown? What have you learned about yourself?
Um, Man, I think truly that I think that I've grown a lot through it. I think that I learned that I'm super resilient. Honestly, I think
Oh yeah.
that there's a lot of people probably that my situation could break,
Hundred
where like mentally you can just be like, I'm done with this, but I think that I've learned that I'm not one of those people and that there's a lot that I can endure, right? Um, I think I also learned that I am not just a soccer player, right? Or whatever. Like,
percent.
man, I've had people tell me that, or not to my face, but just online and everything, and say, "Oh, Serge's career is done."
Right. Right.
And I'm like, bro, I'm 17 years old. Like, what
Hmm.
what are you talking about? Like, I have people say, um, oh, he's never gonna be the same. This and like I see stuff like that online, and I mean, when I saw my new, oh, this is a terrible decision. Like, it's like, I mean, it's like you see this type of stuff, right? But for me, that just adds fuel,
Hell
because
yeah. Hell yeah.
it's like you can't really sit here and be like sad or whatever. Let them take you out of here. It's like, all right, I'm just make sure you prove them wrong, right? And
Right.
it's like I believe that I'm a smart kid, right? And I love to learn. And so I took the time to read books and just find out a lot of stuff about myself, like things that I love to do. Like I love like clothes and stuff,
Right.
right? So I love
We're gonna talk
to
about
do
that here
that. Yeah,
too.
I love to do and I love, like I said, I love to learn. So
Mm.
yeah, so just finding a whole bunch of different stuff about myself, honestly, throughout the whole process. Yeah,
Nah, 100%.
yeah,
How much did it make you feel better as well? You are going through that injury, and the
yeah.
club reaching out and giving you that new contract, being like, you know what, like we still believe in you, and we want to give
Mhm.
you that security, and we want you to stay here. How much did that mean to you coming from the club?
Oh, I meant a lot. honestly. I mean, I think that just speaks to what the club is about, right?
Mhm.
Where the club is about development for sure. And I'm young, like it's not like I'm 30 or 27, like
Right.
with these injuries, right? So it's like a project for sure. But I think that it speaks to what the club is about and about building, right? Building around or lifting your players up, right? Instead
Mhm.
of knocking them down, right? And I think that the club does a really good job at that and giving all the players like a shot at what it is that like their goals for seasons and everything like
Mhm.
that. So
100%.
yeah,
100%. Last sort of deep kind of
yeah,
question here. We kind of touched on it a little bit, but
yeah.
what is the difference from that 16-year-old,
Hmm.
third youngest goal scorer, Serge,
Yeah.
to the now 19 grown ass man ready to take on next season?
Biggest difference. I was talking about this the other day, honestly, where I'm like, I feel like from being now 19, um, going from 16 right to now, I'm like, man, I've changed like a lot. I feel, um, but I don't know, just not rushing. You know,
Hmm.
like life is long, right? You have, I have so much time for a lot of things, right? And there's no need to rush myself in my mind, right? Just be present in the
Hmm.
moment and do what it is that you're doing, right? Like there's no need to place yourself anywhere other than where you are right now, right?
Yeah,
Like
I
just be
think I think
grounded.
that's a great
Yeah,
lesson for
yeah,
everybody as well, because like now, especially nowadays, you see so many people like achieving success at such a young
yeah,
age, and you
yeah,
yourself, seeing some of these younger guys,
yeah,
and obviously you're gonna be happy for them,
yeah,
and you just have to be like, everybody's going at their own pace,
yeah,
doing their
yeah.
own
Just be
thing,
present
and
on your path.
100%,
Yeah, yeah,
100%.
yeah,
All right, now that we got rid of some of the, we'll lighten up the mood
yeah.
here. Cause one thing that you never miss on is the fashion, bro. I'm
Right.
not you be putting that shit on, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You mentioned that kind of sort of started during recovery. Is that when you started kind of leaning more into your fashion?
Yeah. So I'll tell you who started inspiring me just in the fashion.
Yeah,
So Lewis.
come on.
Lewis puts it on. Lewis is
Uh
one of
huh.
those. He's one of those players that dresses well at all times. Um, so in my first season, like I was like, I was looking at what he was wearing and everything, and I was like, all right. But yeah. So I don't know what it is, but for me, like fashion or whatever, like clothes is like an expression, right?
Hmm.
So it's like you express yourself through what it is that you're wearing or whatever. And for me, I just love to always have like something nice on, even if it's just like a cozy fit or something like
Yeah.
uh, some nice sweats, nice hoodie. Like just
Hmm.
I always want to look presentable. You know, you always want to look the part of whatever it
Right.
is. You know? Yeah,
Here's the thing. For me, I told myself I was like, 2025, I got to start getting
yeah,
right. 'Cause I'm just
right,
more like a practical kind of guy.
right.
Just throw on some jeans and a hoodie, whatever.
Yeah.
How do I get inspired? I don't even know where to start, bro. I want to, you know what I'm saying? How do
I don't
you?
know. I mean, look for me, all right, like fashion or whatever. Like it's all about what makes you comfortable. Honestly,
Yeah.
like the clothes that you wear, right? It's supposed to be an expression of you. So like if for you what makes you feel like comfortable is the jeans, right? Some like
Right.
a
Hey.
polo or something like bro, then that's your style, right? Like
Right.
everybody's styles are different. But yeah, like I wouldn't know, like I'm not like a fashion guy yet, but
You're not a stylist yet.
yeah, so
You gotta send me a fit, bro. Send me a fit. I'll buy it, and it'll be like
yeah.
Surge's
Bro,
fit, and I'll wear
my
it to one of the
sister
games.
my sister is like she's like I go to her. She lives in France now, but I'll call her and I'll be like, yo, like, does this look fire or whatever?
Uh-huh.
And she'll like tell me, this might look better and then I change or something. But she's like my stylist that I don't pay.
Stylist that I
Yeah,
don't pay. How
yeah,
close are you guys? You guys are close?
bro. She's like one of my best friends, honestly.
That's
Bro, we
awesome.
used to fight every day when we were younger.
It's
I
always
just,
like that though, and then you start
bro,
growing up.
I wanted to kill her. I'm not like she wanted to kill me. I wanted to kill her. Like it was just so much animosity all the time. But now we're just like, yeah, that's that's one of my best friends for sure. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah,
What about hair? We've seen a couple different hairstyles
yeah,
on you. You got
yeah.
anything planned for this season? Anything?
Um, I don't know. So I'd had my hair dyed. So
Uh-huh.
I dyed it and then I cut it. So it's not the best dye right now. But um, nothing crazy, honestly. Who
Uh,
knows? Like I want to grow my hair out. Honestly, sometimes I just do whatever. Like if I want to grow my hair out at the moment, I start growing out, and then I'm like, you know what? Let me cut it. Like,
cut it off.
yeah. So it's just
Have
like
you ever thought about bleaching it on some Frank Ocean? You know what I'm saying?
it's funny, huh? I thought I had it, so I died. So I dyed it this off season for when I went to France, and yeah, it was. So it started off crazy. It was
Bleach.
like yellow, yellow. Like it was crazy. And then but I put toner in it, and it was like brown. So I think I would probably go back to that color at some point during the season.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah,
We have so when Cam came on, he said that I asked him what his karaoke song was, and I told him to give me a little taste. He said once we win a trophy, he'll do some karaoke with some beers to Frank Sinatra. So I was thinking, maybe if we win a trophy, we
yeah.
get bleach. We get some bleached hair from Serge.
Shoot, yeah. I got you. I come
All
with it
right,
all
whatever.
blonde. Like try me. I got you.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's awesome. All right, so when we win a trophy, we got Cam doing Sinatra karaoke
Yeah,
and Serge with some platinum hair, bro. Come
yeah.
on. Um, Speaking of which, what kind of music do you listen to?
So for me, what do they call it? I'm eclectic, right? Where like I listen
Mm,
to everything. I love rap. I like rap. I like rap to an extent, but I
hmm.
love R&B. I love
Yeah.
Afro beats. I love reggaeton. I love just I just love music, honestly.
All right,
Like
here we go, though.
I
What
listen
about
to everything.
country?
I love country. I love
Oh,
country.
okay, me too.
Yeah,
I love country,
yeah,
but anytime I talk to somebody and they're like, "Oh, what kind of music?"
bro.
and they'll be like, "I listen
I
to
love
everything," and I'll
country.
be like,
I,
"Country," and they'll be like, "Nah," and I'm like, "Come on, bro."
bro, I went to Luke Combs with my girlfriend. This
Oh yeah,
when we was at
at
MetLife.
MetLife.
Yeah,
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 man.
yeah.
That was really good. Yeah,
Nah, I love country music, bro.
yeah.
I think I've seen Luke Bryan like 4 or 5 times down
Really,
at PNC on the
yeah.
lawn.
Oh
Bro,
wow.
it's a vibe, especially in the summer, man. A nice
Hmm.
country concert.
Yeah.
Obviously not you, but me, a beer in my. You can't beat it, bro. You can't beat it, man. Um, all right, here we go with some more quick fire questions. What makes you happy or brings you peace?
Happiness brings me peace. Oh man, I don't know, like family time. I
Yep.
guess. Yeah, yeah, family time.
Best piece of advice you've gained from a coach?
Um, if if something happens, like if something doesn't go your way, like in a game, or if you miss a shot, or whatever, just let out like a right, and just move on. Right,
Yeah. Okay.
like just yeah.
If you weren't a professional soccer player, what would you be doing right now?
I don't know. I'd be in school probably. Yeah,
Oh
I'd
yeah,
be in
true.
school.
It makes
Yeah, I'd be in.
sense. Um, what is something that nobody on the team is better than you at?
Wrestling, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
or
Okay.
Madden,
Okay.
Madden, 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 Madden.
Madden.
Yeah,
We gotta run it sometime, bro. I
yeah.
don't know.
Bro, I've challenged this guy Curtis. I've challenged Curtis to an on-stream Madden game about 40 times,
You
and
stream?
he did no, 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 no. Like just in general,
Uh,
just like because the Rebels. All right, so the club keeps saying that they were gonna do it or whatever, and I told him, I said, bro, I would whoop you. He keeps ducking me, you know. So it is what it is.
we might have to host that, bro. Come on,
Yeah.
Curtis. You play pro clubs or not?
Nah, bro, I suck
No.
at FIFA. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm terrible.
FIFA's kind of falling off. I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to I was trying to, pitch the idea to Cam and Noah, getting a
Yeah,
couple of the guys
yeah.
to come on pro clubs and
Hmm.
make a video out of it. I feel like that would be something fun.
I'll be tough. I'll be tough.
Yeah.
I'll come for the vibe.
Yeah. I'll fuck with that. Which teammate that has left do you miss the most?
Damn. Probably I'd say Drew.
I knew you were gonna
Drew,
say that.
bro.
I miss
That's
Drew,
my
bro. Just the
that's my big
vibes.
brother, bro. That
Uh-huh.
guy's that's my dog. Honestly, he's
Bro,
like
Drew was vibes all the
yeah,
time, man.
that's my big brother. Yeah, I
Hell
miss
yeah.
him for sure.
Do you have any funny or memorable fan interactions?
I need to remember. Um, I can't think of. I know I have. I definitely have some funny ones, but I'd say like one of my most memorable ones. I'd say was I have this kid Flynn, and I don't want to butcher his last name, but Segura, something like that.
Mm,
But I had met Flynn, or my parents met Flynn, right? And they sent me a message, and they were like, "I like we love this, da da da." And it was his birthday, so they wanted me to like send a video just for his birthday, and so I did. And this was like when I first like got to the team and I was first playing.
mm.
Um, and I guess they moved to France, or they went to France for some time, I think. And then they came back, and I think it was last year where I'm like walking in the stadium and I run into them. And I was like, yeah, like Flynn, right? And I mean, I guess they were really touched that I remembered his name.
That's awesome.
But I was just like, yeah, like, yeah, that's a good kid.
Shout out Flynn, bro. Shout out
Yeah,
Flynn. Wherever you're at, bro,
yeah,
shout
shout
out
out
to
Flynn.
you. Um, if you're stranded on an island and can bring two teammates, who you bring in and why?
Tell you who I'm leaving. I'm leaving camp.
Okay. You leaving Cam? Noah
I'm
said
leaving
the same
camp.
thing.
Yeah, I'm
Noah
leaving
said, I'll
camp.
bring Cam, and then went, actually, no, he'd be useless. I'm leaving him.
Yeah, yeah, I'm leaving camp. Um, I'm leaving Roald. Roald would be useless. Julian. No. Who would I bring? All right, I might bring Edelman. You know what?
Okay.
I bring no, never mind. I think I'll bring Pete
Mm.
for the no, I don't know. Damn.
He said, I'm going alone. Leave all of them. I'll figure it out
Yeah, I'm
myself.
trying to figure out like what their skills are, you
Right.
know?
You got to think, like, who do you think could start a fire? You know what I'm saying? Like, we need some useful stuff out here.
Um, I bring Curtis.
Yeah?
Honestly, if I bring Curtis, we might both just die. Honestly, but it's for the vibes.
At least we go out together, bro. At least you
Yeah,
guys will go out together. Um, if you had a theme song or a walkout song, what would it be? Anytime you walk into a room, this song is going to start playing.
you know the song "Masculine" by Burna Boy.
Not sure. I'll
I
listen to it
say, how
though.
many times do I have to remind you that? Yeah, that song is
Okay,
fun.
okay,
That
okay.
song is
Shout out
fun.
Burna Boy.
Yeah,
Um, let's see. If you had to pick an animal to describe your play style,
an animal. What's like the most energetic? Like, or like what's like an energetic animal? Like
I
it's stuck in and
feel like something like a cheetah or a rabbit. I feel like rabbits are always bouncing around.
I say a
Energetic
cheetah.
animal.
I say a cheetah.
Little chihuahua.
I say a cheetah because cheetahs are good like sprinting. Boom.
Uh,
They get tired or whatever, but like they recover and then So
hell
it's
yeah.
like I say a cheetah for sure. Good
Hell
burst.
yeah. Okay, I'll get a couple more in here. If there was one skill that you could learn instantly,
One skill, playing the piano. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. If I was just like, all right, I can just playing the piano for sure.
do you be cooking or no?
Cooking. All right, I'll make a mean breakfast. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I throw down for breakfast. Other than
Yeah,
that, no.
out of there, out of
Yeah.
there. Any secret talents that people wouldn't know?
All right. I mean, I can move my ears up and down. I guess
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I see
like,
it. There we
but
go.
like, but like, I don't know. That's it.
All right. Last sort of fun question here. If you could switch places with any teammate for a day, who you picking?
No,
None of them.
nah, none of
You
them.
know what? I kind of like that, bro.
Yeah, none of them.
I kind of
Yeah,
like that. You know, you're you and you're doing your own thing.
yeah.
I like that. Final question here that's fan submitted. We have TNV Clothing. How many goals are you scoring this season? Is what he said, but
Okay.
I'll make it a bit more general.
Yeah.
Not just like put a number on it. Obviously, it's kind of tough, but
hmm
any goals or anything that you want to accomplish on a personal level this season?
Um, I want to make sure that I'm available for most games
Hmm.
during the year. Like, I want to make sure one, I want to be available for 100% um of the games. Excuse me. But I want to be like my goal is like 75% of the games I'm going to be playing. Um, goals, like goals will come, right? Like I don't
Hmm.
want to put like a goal on that per se, but
Right.
they will come. They will come. I just want to focus on making sure that I get in the spots to get the chances, you know, where
100%.
it's like taking more shots. And when I go in, making sure that I make an impact, you know, and with that, goals will come. Yeah.
100%. Listen, man, Serge, I'm so excited for this Red Bull season,
Yeah.
bro. All the signings that we brought in,
So we're excited.
a lot of people who went out, a lot of room within that attack for somebody to come through and kind of assert themselves up
hmm
there. Obviously with Lewis, Emil, and Chupo, and I don't think that there's anybody more deserving of that spot than you, bro. Everything that you've been through,
hmm
I know that you're gonna be available for 100% of the games because you deserve it, bro.
Yeah.
Your journey is inspiring. Everything that you've given to this club, I absolutely love it. We're thankful to have you here. And I'll leave you with the final question. One of my favorite quotes of all time is people will forget what you said, but they'll remember how you made them feel.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
let
that's
me tell.
great. I
I
like
know it's
that. I'm taking
yeah.
that. I'm taking that.
It's kind of hard to think about because you are 19, right? But when it's all said and done, or when you leave the Red Bulls or whatever, when people hear the name Serge Ngoma, what do you want them to feel or think?
Um, here's my thing. Like, not everybody's gonna like you, right? So it's like
Hmm.
people are gonna dislike you for whatever reason that they have. But I never want a reason for that would be like I never want anybody to think I'm lazy, right? Um, I want everybody to know that I give my all for my team, right? And I want people to know that or say that. I mean, I was a heck of a person. You know, I want to be a good person, right? Because for me, I throw a quote back at you. When I first was joining the academy, Jesse Marsh said he came and spoke to us, and one of the things he said to us kids was ultimately, great people make great players. And so for me, I want to make sure that the mark that I leave on other people is that I was a great person, you know. So
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Serge, you're the man, bro.
My
Thank you so
God.
much for joining us today. I think the people are really gonna enjoy it and hearing
hmm
it coming from your mouth, bro. Everything that you've been through, again, could not be more excited this season. And thank you so much, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're the man, Serge.